Hello, this is Dr. Robert Bouvier, and you were sent here to this video to talk about, or to listen about, what gossip, G-O-S-P, is all about. Getting everybody on the same page. Okay? We have a problem in healthcare that our communications are not real good. You know, the durable medical equipment people kind of stand alone and have their cool software and want the primary care and other doctors to use it. And the home healthcare people have their cool software and want the doctors to use it. And the discharge planners have their cool software, and the hospitals have their cool software, and the pharmacies have their cool software, and the doctors are saying, enough's enough. I can't log on, log off all day. I spend all my day screwing up and chasing your guys' software down, right? So how do we get everybody on the same page to accomplish a few things? You know, how do we get people on the page so we can get the analog? Let me turn this around a little bit. So we can get, I don't know if you can see this or not, so we can get things from an analog state, okay, to a digital state, from a delayed practice of medicine to a real-time practice of medicine, and from a paper world to a paperless world. Okay, so how do we do that? How do we put that all together? Right now, you've got the primary care doctor here. You got durable medical, home health care, X-ray, pharmacy, lab here, and they're all kind of in their own little world, doing their own little thing, and expecting the doctors to jump through the hoops and say, "Hey, we got this bigger, better deal." Well, actually, what we have to do is get everybody on the same page. All of us have to use electronic medical record. We have to use a personal health record, and we have to use what we call a health information exchange. Now, what I'm using right now is a health information exchange called Dropbox. It has all the information, and most of the people that I deal with today, the home healthcare agency software, that's Kinzer and a few other ones, the durable medical equipment people, the X-ray people, the pharmacy people, and the lab people, they can pull the information from Dropbox. When I make a change here, and I'll give you an example, would be if I want oxygen, right, and I want a medication, and somebody needs an A1C and some documentation for that. They need the Epworth scale for their sleep machine, and they need oxygen and a 6-minute walk. It says, well, when I see the patient, I do those things for them. I upload it to Dropbox, and instantly everybody else gets it. It acts like an HIE, and it's free. It gets everybody on the same page. It gossip, G-O-S-P, right? So we go from delayed practice of medicine to real time. We go from analog to digital. We go from paper to paperless. So it accomplishes those three things. What I want your company to do and to consider is to join me in a joint work with hospital discharge planners to get them on the same page with us. Our pharmacy people, when they're discharged, will deliver those first retail prescriptions to the patient so we don't get medication errors. We have the DME people on the same page because they deliver to the patient in the hospital before the patient's discharged, and they understand how to use their nebulizer. They have the nebulizer solutions, and they have their oxygen already set up. Okay? Same thing with home healthcare people, any X-ray things we have to do, any lab things that we have to do. Everybody's on the same page using a digital format through the health information exchange. In this case, it's Dropbox. We're also considering using a new product out from Microsoft called Microsoft 365, which allowed us not only to share documents, but also helps us get everybody on the same page and share video information and audio information. So stay tuned. If you're interested in coming and collaborating with us, getting this all on the same page, then contact me, Robert Bouvier, or my email is robert@robertbouvier.com, ROBERT, BOUV as in Victor, IER, 810-694-7412, 810-694-7412 is my office number, or 810-610-7972, 810-610-7972. One last thing. Right now, most of you have this process, okay? Have this process set up that you developed over, 20 years, many of you, and it's a wonderful process. I mean, you've gotten doing business, you're making money, yada yada yada. Now, healthcare reform comes on and says, hey, we're going to change the way, we're going to rock your world. So most of you have added this electronic medical record on top of all this process that you developed. Big mistake. I can give you numerous examples of people that have lost their shirt, businesses that have lost their shirt because they didn't do this. They didn't take that electronic format, we call it utilizing technology the way it was intended. Let me say that again. It's a real important concept for you to understand. Using technology the way it was intended. So instead of having this huge process, you strip away this process, you let the foundation be the electronic health record, the personal health record, and the HIE. Let the electronics drive it, and then you build your process on top of that. I guarantee you that your Lean and Six Sigma people will absolutely love this. Your bottom line will improve because you'll keep more of what you make. For most of the time, when it's from a physician standpoint, they'll keep 60% of what they make rather than the 10, 20, 30% they're making now or keeping now. As a durable medical equipment, or actually a home healthcare company, if you're not keeping 20, 25% as a profit margin, then you're doing something wrong. From a durable medical standpoint, I can give you information about that. Lab and X-ray give you information on that. But the foundation is build it on the foundation of using technology the way it was intended and build your process on top of that. Again, this is Dr. Robert Bouvier with Health Centers of Michigan. Have a great day. Call me.